Everyone, it's story time. Okay, let's read. We're reading The Highway Rat. It's really good. It's from Julia Donaldson. Let's start reading The Highway Rat. The highway rat was a baddie. The highway rat was a beast. He took what he wanted and life was one long feast. His teeth were sharp and yellow, his manners were rough and rude, and the highway rat went riding around the highway and stealing the travellers' food. A rabbit came hopping along the road, then stopped with her paws in the air, for blocking her way was the highway rat, who cried out, "Who goes there? Give me your pasties and puddings, give me your chocolate and cake. For I'm the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I'm the rat of the highway, and whatever I want I take." "I have no cakes," the rabbit replied. "I just have a bunch of clover." The highway rat gave a scornful look, but he ordered, "Hand it over." Scornful means like an angry face, like that. Okay. "This clover is bound to be tasteless. This clover is dull as can be. But I'm the rat of the highway, and this clover belongs to me." A squirrel came bounding along the road when stopped with a shake and a shiver. For reining his horse was the highway rat, who thunders, "Stand and deliver. Give me your buns and your biscuits. Give me your chocolate eclairs. For I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and the rat thief never shares." "I have no buns," the squirrel replied. "I just have a sack of nuts." The robber snatched the sack and snarled, "I have no ifs or buts. These nuts are probably rotten. These nuts are hard as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, and these nuts belong to me." Some ants came crawling along the road when stopped with a somersault. For baring his teeth was the highway rat, who bellowed a defending halt. "Give me your sweets and your lollies. Give me your toffees and chews. For I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and nobody dares to refuse." "We have no sweets," the ant replied. "We just have this nice green leaf." "Oh, no, you don't. Not anymore," declared the highway thief. "This leaf is nasty and bitter. This leaf is as thin as can be, but I am the rat of the highway, and this leaf belongs to me." With never to please or thank you, the rat carried on in this way. Milk from a cat, flies from a spider. He once stole his own horse's hay. The creatures who travelled the highway grew thinner and thinner and thinner, while the highway rat grew horribly fat from eating everyone's dinner. A duck came waddling down the road when stopped with a "How do you do?" "I see you have nothing," the rat complained. "In that case, I'll have to eat you. I doubt if you are terribly juicy. Most likely you're tough as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and I fancy a duck for tea." "Hang on," quacked the duck, "for I have a sister with goodies you might prefer. I know that she'd love to meet you, and I certain that she'd like to hear for in her cave, her deep dark cave right at the top of the hill, are biscuits and buns and plenty, and there may you eat your fill. Lead on, cried the rat, and they took on to the road, which seemed it would never end towards the road upwards, bend after bend after bend. At last they came to a lonely cave, and the duck began to quack. She quacked, "Good evening, sister, sister, sister," and sister, sister, sister. A voice from the cave came back. Silly me. "Do you have cakes and chocolates?" the highway rat robber cried. "And chocolates, chocolates, chocolates," the voice from the cave replied. "I'm coming to take them," the rat thief yelled, and his greedy eyes grew round. "And take them, take them, take them," came back from the welcome sound. The highway rat leaped off his horse. Into the cave he strode. The duck took hold of the horse's reins and galloped down the road, faster and even faster, following all the bends. The plucky young duck went riding, 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 galloping down the highway back to their hungry friends. Then they shared out food from the saddlebags and feasted all night long. Bring their flames of bonfire, loud was the music and song, well was the moonlight dancing, merry and cheer-chat. From now they could live in freedom, safe from the highway rat. And as for the rat in the echoey cave, he shouted and wondered till he found a way out to the darkness on the other side of the hill. And thinner and greyer and meeker rat, he robs on the road no more, for he landed a job in the cake shop, a cake shop, a cake shop. And they saw he still works in the cake shop, sweeping the cake shop floors. The end. Bye, everybody.